Hi friends, welcome to YARAGUTI Brothers. Today we will discuss about screw gauge. Screw gauge is an instrument which uses to measure small measurements. Okay, small measurements. Use it to measure small measurements like thickness of wire, thickness of a glass plate. This like small quantities will be measured with this screw gauge. Okay, today we will discuss about screw gauge. First, what is screw gauge? Screw gauge is an instrument which uses to measure small quantities. It also called as micrometer. Micrometer scale, because it can measure up to 10 micrometers. Okay, it can measure up to 10 micrometers, nearly equal to 1 micrometer. Okay, so it is also called as micrometer. Okay, before we going to learn the pitch, that one we have to define the parts of the screw gauge. Okay, screw gauge is an instrument like this. There is one, we define the parts. U-frame. Okay, this is U-shaped. This one is known as U-frame. Next, this one is known as, and this one. Okay, these are two known as stud. Okay, what? Stud. Stud. I am writing there. Stud. Okay, this is the stud. Next, we see this one is screw. Screw means it is a thread-like structures in outside. That means, suppose we take this is an screw. There is an outline structures like this. Okay, outside of the screw is called screw. Inside have means this rings structures. Inside have means we called as nut. Next, sleeve cylinder. Okay, this is known as sleeve cylinder. Through the sleeve cylinder, the screw, this means nut, spindle was going through the sleeve cylinder. Okay, this line is known as base line. Okay, this is one type of scale to measure small distance. Okay, this is one of the scale. Okay, this scale is known as main scale. Okay, this is known as main scale. Okay, next we move to this one. This is a circular scale. Or head scale. Circular scale or head scale. Okay, it is audible, I think. Circular scale or head scale. Okay, we discuss some of the terms. Next, this place. Okay, this place is known as, in this circular tube like is known as timber. Next, this one is known as ratchet. Okay, now we see which all the parts. Okay, remaining which parts are we have to learn. Okay, all the parts I have covered in this. This is the screw gauge. First, what are the uses of these parts? U-frame is like this U shape. It is a type of frame. It is made up of aluminium, iron, this like metals. Next, this one fixed nut in the left side of a U-frame is known as stud. On the right side of the U-frame, there is an movable nut. It is known as nut. Through that nut, a screw is passing. Okay, the front moving of screw is known as we calculate the least count and the pitch of the screw. That like Next, this is an cylinder like slab. It is known as sleeve cylinder. Okay, this is known as sleeve cylinder. In this sleeve cylinder, there are some parts. Okay, this line is there now. This line is known as base line. Okay, which line? Base line. Base line or pitch line. Base line or pitch line. Okay, next we move to this main scale. Okay, all this is known as, this scale is known as main scale. Main scale, okay, there is not. Okay, main scale or pitch scale. Next, we see these are the parts. Okay, this is a circular scale. Okay, circular scale or head scale. Okay, after moving to, this is known as stemmer. Next, we moving to this. This is ratchet. What is meant by ratchet? Ratchet means we rotating this ratchet. Ratchet is rotating. Screw is also rotating and moving forward. When suppose we keep an object here, the screw tightly fixes to that object. This ratchet makes one sound. Tick, 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 that like. When we rotating, the sound is coming. When the sound is coming, the object is fixed tightly. We can measure. Okay, this is the screw gauge. Now see some important formulas related to screw gauge. Okay, now we see the formulas. Okay, first is pitch. Okay, first is pitch. Okay, the distance travelled by the screw by number of rotations taken by the screw. Okay, it is the formula is distance travelled by screw. Screw means it is, this is screw, by number of rotations. Okay, pitch is nothing but suppose this is a nut. I am drawing big nut. It is visible, I think. Okay, it is visible. This is a nut. Okay, this is a nut. We take this is as nut. It has some thread-like structures like this. Okay, these are the thread-like structures. The distance between two successive thread-like structures is known as only pitch. That means the distance between these two threads is pitch. Okay, you understand pitch? Okay, we have to very clarity. Suppose we rotating this ratchet. Suppose daily life example. Suppose a wrench is there like this. Okay, this is we take a wrench. It has rings in it. The screw is passing. We have to rotate it. We have rotatory motion, and it is moving straight path, linear motion. We are applying rotatory motion. It is moving in straight path. It is a linear motion. Okay, we rotating. It moving in straight line, linear motion. Okay, in this way the pitch is calculated. Okay, before going to discuss about pitch formula, the main important point is in which principle the screw gauge is working. Screw in nut. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, which principle it is working is screw in nut. Screw in nut. Okay, this is very important. Okay, the principle working of screw gauge is screw in nut. Screw in nut is a principle. That means in a nut the screw is till now we have applying rotatory motion, we gives linear motion. Okay, distance travelled by screw. Distance travelled by screw means suppose we take 5 mm. Next, number of rotations. 5 rotations is equal to 5 cancel. The final answer is 1 mm or 0.1 centimeter or 0.001 meter. Okay, this is the 1 mm. It is distance traveled by, okay, this example, the pitch is 1 mm. Okay, this is the formula for pitch. Next, new marker. Next, the formula is least count. What is meant by least count? Okay, least count. Okay, what is the least count? Suppose we take our ordinary scale. It is an 1, 2, 3, 4, this like it there. Our ordinary scale can measure up to 1 mm. Okay, you know, each centimeter divided into 10 parts. Each part is 1 mm. Each part is 1 mm. Okay, the least count of ordinary scale is 1 mm. That like only the least count formula is pitch of the screw by number of divisions in head scale. What is head scale here? Okay, this is circular scale is known as head scale. Circular scale is only known as head scale. Okay, suppose we take only this example. Why not? There were 1 mm. In last example we take pitch of the screw is 1 mm. It is for example only. Number of divisions in head scale. In normal screw gauge there is 100 divisions. So we take 100 divisions. Okay, 1 by 100 mm. That means 0.01 mm is the least count of screw gauge with 100 divisions in the circular scale or head scale. 0.01 mm is equal to 0.001 centimeter is equal to 0.00001 meter. It is 10 power of minus 5 meter. That means 10 power of minus 5 meters means 10 micrometers. Okay, 10 micrometers. Okay, this like only 10 micrometers. Okay, the least count of the screw gauge with 100 divisions in circular scale is the 10 micrometers or 0.01 mm. Okay, this is the least count and the pitch. Okay, now let's revise the what formulas for pitch and least count. Okay, we recall. Pitch is equal to, what is the formula for pitch? It is distance traveled by screw by number of rotations. Distance traveled by screw and number of rotations is for pitch. These two formulas is very main. Next is least count. I am writing shortcut LS. Least count is the pitch of the screw. P is the pitch of the screw by number of divisions in head scale. Number of divisions in head scale. Pitch by number of divisions in head scale is the formula for least count. Okay, these two formulas you remember, it is very important. Okay, this is the screw gauge. This is only known as screw gauge. If you like this video, for more videos please subscribe, like and share, comment.